The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
EmissyK show. EmissyK show. EmissyK show. Questions, interviews, gossip, current news, movie, TV, radio, here we go. Hey, it's EmissyK. Hey, it's EmissyK. Her beauty and passion, talk music, fashion, loose lips, red cup, love Joe. She's always on Facebook, Instagram, taking calls on the telephone. Sexy if you say so. It's the EmissyK show. EmissyK show. Clear channel on your radio. EmissyK show. EmissyK show. EmissyK show.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, EmissyK. Welcome to the Loose Lips
Let's
Show.
go.
I am so hyper and excited today. A little more than usual.
Yes.
If that's possible.
I know, right? First of all, let's get into our introductions. Over here to the far left, we have the beautiful, the wonderful, the sexy
Laddeez.
Oh, yes.
All right. And over here we got Sexy Chocolate.
The birthday girl. How are you? Oh, I'm still doing it. I'm still.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you so much.
You got to tell us about that birthday turn up in just a moment. Today we have a special guest. We have Miss Kim Berry in the house.
Bless you.
Yes.
Author and hairstylist to none other than Prince.
Yes.
The artist formerly known as Prince. Y'all know I'm so excited because I get to talk Prince hair today.
Let's go.
How many people can say they get to talk about Prince's hair
right.
for at least 30 minutes?
At least.
Thank you very much. Kim, we're going to get into this book. We're talking about diamonds and curls.
You know what?
We been on it.
That's cute.
Let's go. I've been waiting for it all day.
Yes.
So we're gonna get into your interview later on, but you're gonna have to get lipped with us first. You're gonna have to get loose.
Okay.
You're gonna have to talk about those kissable nights with Laddeez.
That's right.
We're gonna talk about whatever LaLa talking about.
Okay. Go. She in the
You know,
First of all, she in the
you're gonna have to act like
She
you belong
know.
in this
I
piece.
watch. I see you get that.
She loose cannon in here. She knows.
She said, I saw her. I am aware of the get down. So let's get with it then.
Yes.
LaLa.
Okay, so sad news. And John Singleton, he passed away on the 29th. With what?
On your
he didn't
birthday.
pass away. The thing is, he had a stroke coming
Transition.
back from Costa Rica from hypertension. And he actually took himself to the hospital because of the pains that he was feeling. So on the 17th, he was in the hospital. On the 29th is when they pulled the plug.
Right.
In the midst of them pulling the plug, you have the mother and the daughter fighting over like the estate already.
Shut up.
Yes.
Take but a minute.
Trying to get paperwork done so they can be in charge of the estate and his money. That's the mom and the daughter.
Why do we have to do that?
Take care of your people, your
Right.
business people.
Be prior to.
Yeah,
Man.
Mom says that all the time. She said, if that's what you want,
Right.
put it in writing. Because
Yeah.
y'all going to
Exactly.
cremate me. Understand this.
The thing
No,
is, he
but
did
she
have
says
a
that all the
will,
time.
but he
Yeah.
did have a will, and the mother has it, and she's going to file it. But it's people that's coming out, even as a strange father wants to have part of it. He had 5 kids and the girlfriend. So the girlfriend, everybody trying to, he's not even in the grave yet,
Wow.
man. It's just like, we trying to
Money.
get this money.
That's sad.
And it's like, if she's not on the will, if he did not have the will, all of the money was going to go to his five or six kids.
Right.
Which left
7.
7. You know what?
Wow.
Yes. 7
7.
kids, and they had to split it amongst them.
Right.
But because there is a will and she actually is getting ready to follow, because she hasn't done any, she still has control over everything.
Right.
Who has control?
The mother.
Okay.
The mother does. So it's just a huge thing. They want to liquidate all of everything.
Wow.
That's like, come on. The other thing is, he was 51.
That's
And it was
young.
hypertension. Come on. We have to take better care of ourselves, especially the men, because the men are always taking their time to go to the hospital or not going at all.
True.
I know women go a lot more than men, but there's no way. And I know I used to say, and I know you know I used to say, men don't have time to be playing these games because they're dying at 50.
Right.
They're
You
dying at 50. I said it and I've said it before. Get it together. Check that shit, man.
Yeah.
There's no way. 7 kids, and he has a 1-year-old.
did. Whoa.
A 1-year-old by his girlfriend now.
Right.
Like,
Wow.
come on. Jeez, it's just...
Hypertension is no joke, and being a survivor, I've had 2 mild heart attacks myself, so that high blood pressure is not a game. So down 20 pounds and rolling.
that's
So that's right.
I'm not playing. I'm trying to be here for my daughter's children. So
Yeah.
I gotta get it together. Yeah.
There's so
Yeah.
many other things that you got in the works, too. You just want to be able to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Honest.
Yeah, but we appreciate John Singleton
Yes.
for all of the
awesome.
hit
Oh,
movies
definitely.
and stuff that he's
Awesome
put
work.
out, for all of the doors that he opened for
right.
so many of the characters and
Right.
people that we know.
blew
Right.
up
You
because
know,
of him. Right.
Definitely.
Yes.
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
Boys in
how
the
he
Hood.
humanized the people in the ghetto in Boys
Yeah.
in the Hood.
He was the first
that was
one,
really,
right.
that was so real. It
Yes.
was just it was really awesome the way he put that together.
Absolutely.
And the
I
crazy
loved
thing
it.
is what was going on in Boys in the Hood and the different little messages that he had in that movie is still going on now.
Right.
That we
Absolutely.
still haven't really been like feeding off. Like he was talking about this that long ago.
Yeah.
And we still have not opened up our eyes and say, okay, this is what we need to do.
Right.
It's crazy. So
Yeah. So what else are the people talking about, Leezy?
this Saturday there will be a unveiling of Obama Boulevard.
Obama Boulevard is.
It's rodeo.
Yes,
and
rodeo.
King. Rodeo and King. So we are going.
Yes, we
We're
are.
going because I want to do live. We're going live.
Yeah.
all there. So
I'm there. I'm so hyper.
Definitely. So we're gonna be there as well. So it's
Yeah,
incredible.
they have some really big names. Roll that one, that last one
Yes.
back, the flyer back. Oh my God, Dougie Fresh, Yo Yo, BJ the Chicago Kid. I love
Yes,
him.
so do I.
Battle Cat, Corrupt,
Right.
Alex Isley. Who is that? Gavin. They have a lot of
They have
people.
a lot
Oh my.
of people. And it's free.
Yeah.
It's free. The first 1,000 people that are there will get a Obama T-shirt.
Yes,
So it's pretty cool. So
I'm gonna have to make a
come on.
phone call to some of my city officials I know. Put me one to the
They-
side.
right. It's definitely a lot of them there.
Fernando, you
It'd be
listening?
nice if he showed up.
I know it would be awesome.
He might. Let's put
I
that in
know
existence.
that's something they don't need to be publicizing.
Oh,
okay.
Michelle Obama is in town.
So that'd
Oh,
be
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You know what? Yeah, we
I'm
all
definitely
need to go.
going. That's gonna be great.
My
Oh
girl.
my God, we need to be a part of it.
Yes.
Some of you I've never been a part of anything like that. So it'd be good for the kids.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm happy. I'm gonna
I
be
should
there.
be. Should I? Y'all want me to talk about my little vacation? No, I'm just playing.
You have another topic.
I know.
She's just anxious to
So
talk
you know
about
what?
pushing
I
us in the
am.
room.
I'm
We're gonna
trying
talk.
to
We have
tell
time to
you.
talk about your vacation. But
It was
what was our?
insanity. Okay, so I had to read it because there was just so much going on. So the former Minneapolis police officer Mohammed Noor was found guilty Tuesday of third-degree murder and manslaughter for fatally shooting Justine Ruzick while responding to her 911 call.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the crazy thing about this story is the way that he
Nobody
reacted.
was found guilty. Look how dark he
Yes,
is.
exactly. Somalian American.
I
is what he
wouldn't
is.
go that far.
But
just did.
the defense that he had was the exact same defense every other cop had. That
True.
they feared for their life. He couldn't even see her in the alley as she was coming towards him. And what he said was he was feeling fearful for his life and his partner's life.
Right.
So he was actually trying to defend his partner.
Right.
And they were like,
Yeah,
no.
because she showed up on the passenger side of the
Right.
car, so he had to shoot across
Right.
his partner in order to.
And shot her in her stomach.
Yeah.
Shot her in
I
her
just
abdomen,
want to know
yes.
what's different
Exactly.
about this incident and all
The
the
other ones.
others.
I'm not saying there's a difference. I'm just
There
saying
is no difference.
There
I don't
is a
think it is.
difference.
The color of the skin, of course.
And she's
And
white.
And
a white
she's white.
woman.
Yes. Okay, we'll put that out there. That's what it is. So, she was just
She
like,
meant that.
I don't know. And the fact that
I didn't know he was black.
she's
Yeah.
Australian. She was here. I believe she was here on a visa. So
Yeah.
it was. It became an international issue as well. So I'm not sure if that was the pressure that they felt. It wasn't just another American
Right.
situation. It was a little more people lost jobs. I think the police chief lost her
Right.
job. It was somebody else who lost their jobs. I can't remember. But people lost their jobs over the way that this whole thing went down. And it wasn't the fact that she was a white woman, who the white woman was. Like, she wasn't even an American. She was just
Right.
visiting here, and
I
this
think
happened.
she was just
It's
getting
negligence.
ready to be. Exactly. He's actually facing 12 and a half years.
Yeah.
12 and a half years. And then he has to stay in until the sentence. I know prior to the other officer, they were actually able to be out and
Right.
wait.
You're
They were
right.
like, no, they handcuffed him. No, you're going in and that's it.
Right.
It's just, well, it's just, it just shouldn't, I don't think it should be that way. I mean, everything that's going on, what's his name? Philando Castile. Say a man that was shot and killed by an officer who said the same thing, and he was just sitting, not doing anything, and he was killed. But that man was released. Released. So it's just too much of that going on. So that's what's on everyone's lips. This is your girl LaLa.
What about that vacation, though?
No, we don't have no time.
Now we don't have time.
This is too much. I can say this.
Did you have
was
a good
incredible.
time?
It was insane. From the minute I can take my glasses off of this so y'all can see me.
Oh, Lord.
Just saying. From the moment we touched down to the moment we left, it was a party. I mean, it was insane. My daughter and my sister came, so he took them and surprised me with them there. So I didn't know until I was at like the airport and they came. I was just like, "Oh my God!" It was crazy.
So where did you go?
Cabo, Mexico.
Cabo,
Yes. It was just these two girls, man. You know, Stormy. It was just so much. One thing is when we went downtown in Cabo, my daughter was looking for a lift, trying to get a lift. Let me tell you how intoxicated she was. You don't do lifts in Mexico. Okay? Let me tell you that.
Okay.
Our crazy tail is following her because she was like, I don't care. We about to have fun for my mom. She was just on 10 the whole time.
Okay.
So
I
the
can't
next
even
day,
imagine.
she
Right.
didn't even remember it. I said, yeah, you were trying to get us a lift. She was like, they do lifts out here? I was like, you know what?
You know what?
Look,
know what?
I looked at her.
That's
Look,
what we thought.
she was on her phone like, I don't have no service. All you see is the mouth because ain't no cars. There's no car, but all of us looking at the phone with her.
No, helping her fight.
I said, you know what? God damn it. Needless to
Our
say,
break with y'all.
this is your girl LaLa. You can find me on the EmissyK Loose Lips Show on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Up next is the beautiful Lady D with Kissable Nights and Dating After 50. And we are off to our break and come back with our little vacation that I had.
Oh, God.
First time in love was my last time in love. My mind is so confused and my heart is so abused, yeah. Tired of hearing the same things, and just let me go. Playing around with other lovers, and just let me go. Say you need to do your own thing. If you don't want me, let me go then. Starting now, so special I can't let go. Then came down, bring out the fool in me. Second time around, oh, you got me crazy. Don't know what to do, but I'm sure enough through with you again. Tired of hearing the same things. Said I'm tired of hearing the same thing. Playing around with other lovers. How you doing this? Playing around, playing around. Say you need to do your own thing. Say you need to do your own thing. If you don't want me, if you don't want me, yeah, let me go then. Starting out, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And I never felt this way now, baby. I'll never let you take me back this way. Tired of hearing the same things. Tired of you telling me what to do, baby. Playing around with other lovers. Said I think you want the phone late tonight. Say you need to do your own thing. Say you need to do your own thing.
Back to the EmissyK's Loose Lip Show. I'm your girl, EmissyK. LaLa, did you ever put that nipple up?
Oh, good gracious. Oh, no,
We're
she didn't.
back with Lady D's and Kissable Nights.
Sorry, guys.
She got a little something special for you guys tonight. And we're still going to get with Kim and our diamonds and curls later on, too. So
all
right
you
now,
wanna
we're going to
talk
see
about.
what... I do. I am full and giddy. Like,
Yes.
I'm ready. I'm going to read some pages. So it's like, oh, what about this?
Right.
Okay, good evening, everyone. This is Lady D's, and these are Kissable Nights. I want to ask the ladies a question. Have you ever been in a relationship with someone and they broke your heart and they kind of sent you over the edge? Don't lie.
Baby.
I've never been to the edge.
Really?
Yeah, nah.
So you never been to the edge, not so you sure didn't go over.
Well, okay, I've been to the edge, but not like that to the edge. But yeah, no,
You've
not
been to the edge, but not over.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There was a point of return. What about you, Kim?
Yeah, I've been to the edge, but I didn't go over either. Yeah, but I clowned after it was over.
You didn't have a Jasmine Sullivan
my whole-
moment?
Oh no, no, I never went there. Thank goodness. But people, when they hear my story, they really think like, why are you not crazy? Why are you not in a?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, but everybody after that caught it though.
Isn't that what happens?
Yes, but I'm back now.
Because
I'm
when
back.
we know better, we do better. That's my
Absolutely,
excuse.
Yes, yes.
What about you, LaLa?
Yes, to the point where I almost hit him with the car.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you one of those?
Vehicular manslaughter.
That was once.
Almost.
But
You said
because almost. But because he took it there, I was like, I don't want to be in a situation where I have to go there.
Yes.
So that was it. And then I was out.
What about you, Lady D's? I know your story, so don't lie.
Ooh.
I'll tell them. You know I'm a snitch.
You know what? I have been there. But the funny part about it is that emotionally speaking, I didn't even know I was there.
Yeah.
I didn't know it meant that much.
Yeah.
Seriously. So it's kind of like, and somebody placed me in a situation and for some reason, I don't know, I just kind of lost it.
Mm-hmm.
But I came close to going to prison.
Yeah.
It's when people say that they were in a situation and they blacked out.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Right.
Because that's exactly what happened. And it was so stupid because the girl came to me and she said, asked me when last time I seen so-and-so. And I told her I didn't know. She told me where he was. And he was at her house, but had been hanging out with a friend of hers for a couple of days or whatever. So she said, I'll take you there. And long story short, I ended up saying, okay.
She took it there.
Yeah. So I got in the car. I rode up the Interstate 5 and to her house. And on the way there, she said, "I have a gun under the seat. Do you want it?"
Oh.
I said, "Yes."
Mm.
She gave me the gun. And when we got to her apartment building, she said, "This is the apartment number. This is how you get there." And I just went there. And I knocked on the door. And they opened the door. He opened the door, thinking it was her brother who had just left because they didn't even ask who it was.
Wow.
And when he opened the door, I was standing there. And she was across the room, sitting on the sofa. And I blacked out. I totally blacked out. When I came to, I was all the way across the room and standing over this girl with a gun to her head. Mm-hmm. And she had a little boy. A little boy was screaming to the top of his lungs.
Wow.
And that's what snapped me back. But when I came, I just hit her. And I turned for him. He was gone.
He just abandoned her.
Yeah,
Right.
he was out. He was gone. So I know what it feels like. But I was mad at myself because I didn't even like him like that.
Mm-hmm.
I cared for him a lot. But
He was in the moment caught.
I don't even
Not
know.
to take a case for him.
That was
though.
just crazy. The whole, when I think about it, I walked all the way back home. I was in such turmoil mentally,
Right.
trying to figure out how close I came to prison and why was I there? Why did I do that? I had been fine. He had been gone a couple of days, and I was fine. I didn't try to find him or anything.
Wow.
So it was like really weird, the whole situation. So I think that girl was the devil.
Yeah.
Wow.
She really was.
Yes. Isn't it funny how your friends influence you into stuff that you didn't even care about?
Exactly.
Because I had the same situation happen to me. I told you about that.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't even care. Why am I
Exactly.
giving this much energy?
Right.
Why am I giving this situation that much energy? So I totally understand what
But
you
that's
mean.
why nobody can ever take me there again. I went from being able to confront situations to not confronting anything.
Right.
It took me years to find my way back to the middle.
Yeah.
To be able to pick and choose rationally,
Right.
Situations I need to deal with. So I don't wish that on anybody. That was a horrible thing. I still
not
think
at
about
all.
it periodically.
I think mine's is, and it had nothing to do with another woman or anything. It's just how he was with me. When you're given like so much to make sure someone is straight, you got a man and you build him up and take him to different things that he ain't never been to, or
Yeah.
have him doing things and move in different ways that he had never moved before, but then turn around and make it seem like I'm nobody. And I'm like, oh, no. Like, no, that's a problem. And when you put so much in there, it's almost like you have to say, wait a minute, I was the shit before I even met you.
Right.
But then you get so involved with this person, have kids with this person.
Right.
It's like you're doing it. Are you doing it for the marriage?
Right.
Because it wasn't. I'm going to ever be so into someone that's not my husband and be like, oh, I'm going to invest all this, and then you can just walk away. No, it wasn't that. It's just men can take you there when you are in it.
Have you ever been in a situation or in a relationship and was confronted by the side chick?
Hell,
Girl.
Let
no.
me think.
Yes, I have. I had one follow me home from a situation and was like, are you Kim? Yes, I'm Kim. Can we talk about you want to talk about my
Right.
So the fact that you here in my front yard and that you want to discuss that is the reason love don't live here no more.
Exactly.
So
Right.
But it's like, what in the world? That's what I don't get. If you the side piece, play your role.
Exactly.
You already
Know your lane.
And the funny part about it is I've been both. You understand what I'm saying? So, come on now. It's just like I don't get it. So, I have your email address, and I know when you in town and when you out of town. And
What's your point?
that's nice. I got the T-shirt, the hat, and the mug. Everything you telling me that already been done.
Right.
So, why are you here again? So, I just want to talk to you woman to woman. You couldn't have. Because that was you that called on my phone and asked to speak to him, right? That was you, right? Yeah. Okay, well, we could have spoke then. Anything that you want to talk then, we could have spoke then.
Right.
So you didn't need to come to my house. So you out of pocket right now.
And a real woman is not going to do that.
You can see the blinds in my house moving. I say, you see that blind moving? Yeah. I say, you see that brother over there in the corner right there? That's moving. Because mind you, she was in a car 5 females deep. But you came to talk to me, woman to woman. No, you would have came by yourself if you wanted to talk woman to woman.
Absolutely.
So I say, you see that brother over there in the corner? Yeah. See that curtain moving right there? If you step out of that car, they're going to lay you down. Right. So what else you want to talk about? I was like, because I don't go nowhere by myself.
Right.
So what's the problem? oh, well, and there's her cousin here. Now, I told you, stupid boy, stop messing with that nigga. I told you he was. I'm like, now she,
to the house.
But she done roll with you because the whole car gonna get lit up if you open the door. That's what I'm telling you.
Man.
So that's what I'm going. I don't get that. Don't. You knew what you was doing when you did it.
I'm trippy.
Don't step to me. Whatever you got is between you and him.
Exactly.
Don't talk to me ever.
Right.
Yeah.
So that brings me to my point. You guys know about and I'm gonna say this, and before you guys start posting all that crazy crap about pastors and preachers, I don't want to hear it. Because pastors and preachers are human beings, just like us, and they are fallible. They make mistakes.
Yep.
Check out David in the Bible.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just saying, don't give me all that. I don't want to hear that.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, I don't like that because they all
Right.
and they never want to talk about this brother. They want to group all of them together.
Exactly.
I resent that. I don't like that, and I think it's wrong, and I don't care who it is.
It is.
And that's my point.
Go ahead.
But so Pastor Perry, Brody's Perry, from Memphis, was in a relationship with a side chick, and they started in another state in Arkansas, and for some reason he ended up moving from Arkansas to Memphis, and with his wife. And he was in this relationship with this psychologist or whatever the heck she was. She was a registered. She had a degree in social services, but she also was certified anger management counselor, right? And that's who he was seeing, the side chick. And I don't know if he broke up with her or whatever, but she drove to his house to have a talk with him, but she did not go alone.
Right.
And so when she got
She took her two homies, Smith and Weston.
yeah.
Wow.
And so she broke into the house and told him before she shot him, she said, "You broke my heart." Wow. But the girl was actually, he wasn't there when she got there. The girl got there first and was having a chit chat with his wife.
Yeah, the wife let him in because she knew her from
Arkansas.
From Arkansas, they were all friends. She knew her. So
And
when
he
she
came
came,
home.
she invited her in.
Wow.
And they had a 30-minute powwow. I want to know what was.
Me too. There's
what the
so many missing
30-minute
pieces.
powwow was about.
I want to know what was said.
Yeah, because then
She
they
must
said
have
he
got extra
came when he got there. She didn't kill him for 10 minutes after that.
Wow.
So
What were they
She
talking
was
about?
thinking about it like,
Yes.
should I do it? Should
I
do
just
it?
say
He
this
probably
is
trying to figure out why she was there in the first place. You know,
Right.
walking in, you see her like, wow, what are you doing here?
Women
Yeah.
are built different, and sometimes you don't have to do anything. If you show any kind of like love or anything or gentle, they take that in.
men
You
too.
can't. No, you're right. You just
Yeah, they
cannot
do.
play with women or men. You can't play
With
with them.
people's feelings. That's
Exactly.
the
Because
thing.
it's like, what are you doing? And men think they can get away with it. And it's no. Remember that football player that was dating that side chick? She was probably 22. She came and killed him and herself.
But is it playing with somebody's feelings? We're two adults. We go into this thing with our eyes, or we both know. You know I have a wife, or you know I have a husband,
Right.
and we go into this thing knowing. So
Right.
you can't say I'm playing with your feelings because you agree to get into this situation with me.
Sometimes.
No,
But sometimes,
Sometimes that the dudes don't tell them. You
Right.
know what I mean?
And then you got the ones that, she knew because she
Yeah,
she
she
knew the
knew.
wife.
Well, the one-
but,
yeah,
but then you
yeah.
got the
Well,
ones
that's
that's like,
different.
I'm gonna leave her. Well, okay, we're in Arkansas and you talking about leaving her, and now you uprooting both of y'all to Memphis.
Right.
You know, maybe that was the trigger. I don't know. I'm just assuming. I'm gonna watch the case.
Okay.
so am I.
But it's kind of like first of all, especially if you already know that the person is married, and you get into it, you get in with your eyes open. Whatever happens, happens. You don't have a right to be getting all in your feelings if they decide to break it off or whatever.
Right.
And then especially to the point of wanting to kill somebody. I
Right.
mean, seriously.
They set up, women are set up different. They think, I'm okay.
And that's
I'm
just
cool.
a cop-out, though.
That's
And
not
that's a
because
cop-out.
women
Like-
are set
But that's
up
a cop-out.
that way.
I don't
It is-
care.
It would
She
be.
should have
We
used
are
her
adults.
training.
We are,
She
yeah.
was. How about
Anger
But the
management.
most
And you over there
psychologists,
going and killing
right.
somebody.
Manage your
Crazy
anger,
thing
young
is,
lady.
The craziest people that I know have degrees in psychology. You know that. People who are angry and can't control have degrees in anger management. I'm saying, even though we're talking rational and this is how it's supposed to be, you don't know it until you get into that situation and start dealing with that man. It's easy for you to say that because you're a lot stronger.
You should. If you can't handle your stuff, you can't handle your business. You ought not be doing it.
Man,
that's the bottom line.
You make
Get your
the
own
agreement
man
in the beginning, and then
Yes.
some kind of way feelings start
changed,
changing.
And at that point,
catching
you ought
up, and it's
to.
like,
At that point, that's when you need to say, "I need to step off."
Absolutely.
Right.
That's
How
when you
many
should,
can say
but
that?
they don't.
A lot of women can say that. A lot of women do.
So you don't think at any point in her drive over
That's
there
like saying they're all
with
irrational.
the gun in the car
No.
that she did not think
No.
to herself, maybe I shouldn't take this gun in this
Right.
car.
Why
Maybe
is-
I should not go to
no,
this
this
people's
man's
door.
house.
You know what I'm saying?
No, why is there so many
Please.
women in these prisons for these crimes that are made
Snap.
against men?
Yeah, snap.
It's always women that do it. So if it was that easy to say, you would not have that many women.
It's
in
not
these
just
jails.
women.
It's men too, but there's a hell of a lot more women doing it.
I don't give a damn who it is.
I'm
It
just
ain't.
saying.
There ain't no
She
excuse
had
for it if you
ample
can't.
opportunities
She
to
did.
If you
beg.
can't stand the heat, keep your
Right.
ask me no
She
question
sat
out
there
the
and talked
kitchen.
about it. That's
like
a scary
that.
situation.
Exactly.
I like that. Keep your ass at the kitchen.
Okay.
I just said it's getting heated in here and I'm hot.
Right. I'm just saying. But
Right,
but on
man.
a serious note, like I mean that's just ridiculous. You know, if you can't cut the mustard, seriously, you know,
away from it.
and because feelings are get involved, you can't help who you like, you can't help who you fall in love with, but you know the situation when you go into it. And you see things turning, you ought to have sense enough to
Step
get out
away.
of it, to protect yourself, if nothing else.
Okay, have you guys ever been in a situation where you was really into a guy and knew he was out there in the streets and said, and you know what? I can't do this. I'm going to step back. Have y'all did that before?
Yes.
Okay, you have.
I do it all the time.
Okay, have you?
I was sprung on your
Nobody
I've
never
done
had
it.
me
I
that
struggled.
strong.
But that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Never.
I was
I've
born
done
young.
that
Young.
one
I'm
time,
struggling
man.
today.
Right,
Let's
right.
keep it 100.
But you,
Right.
But yeah.
I just she said my philosophy has always been I would rather
Yes.
say deuces and lock myself in a room or somewhere and grieve this relationship and then move the hell on. I'm not staying in
No,
a
I hear
relationship
you.
where you just gonna just run over me and just do what you want to
Hey.
do. That ain't gonna happen.
I had to say, no, look, you doing it too good.
It's
but
more
you wanna
painful.
do it with everybody
true.
else. I had to say, and I got
No.
to stop talking to you.
True.
Because I was I was really getting involved with it. Like, I was feeling him. I'm like,
Yeah.
but he wanted to be here and here. I was like, no. Because I'm going to snap on somebody. Like, no, we can't do this. So, hey, some of us can do it, some of us can't.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, lady.
So, Lady D's.
Yeah, who is she?
My mommy.
You know what? It's like again, people. It's a matter about being responsible for yourself. Don't allow other people to take care of you. You have to take care of yourself. You have to love yourself more than you love that man or that woman.
And that was one thing.
That's
that I
the
was told.
thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
My bishop said, "I know you love him, but do you love yourself?"
Exactly.
enough
Right.
To walk away.
Exactly.
And when I couldn't
Definitely.
answer that question, I said, "I got a problem. Wait a minute, I got
Yeah.
a problem." Yeah. And
if you're out there and you having a problem answering that problem, you need to step off by yourself somewhere, and you need to get in touch with yourself.
Right.
Because no Negro is more important than yourself.
Exactly.
That's it. Because you're gonna always be there for you. They don't care nothing about you. They only want what they can get.
That's true.
That's it. So anyway, this has been Kissable Nights.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Ah. And this is Lady D's, and you can find me on where do I find me? Facebook. Shut up. Facebook, Doris Jean Drew. Instagram and Twitter, Lady D's, LADDEEZ. We're gonna take a break, and when we return, we're gonna come back with the beautiful EmissyK and her special guest. So stay tuned. We'll be right back to talk about that Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo. This one of those lace your chucks up and you gotta do your thing. I mean, still in my lane, smashing all lanes. Mixtape shit. Dub C, Melee and RC. Check it out. Still walking on them, cocking the mag back. Hit them, make your neck snap like a new swag track. The nigga with an attitude in a rag coupe swooping this west side ruthless in a ruthless. Little niggas asking who was this? Who? What you ask your big homie, motherfucker been doing this. Big flipping like Pimp C and Bun B. Eating tacos in the hood, poking on your 20. Chrome shoes underneath and on the Harley is 18s in the back, 21s in the front of me. Chucks made of Louis Vuitton. Bitches licking my balls, hoping they can get a ring like LeBron. Dub blowing bombs, still hanging with cons. Standing next to $100,000 toys on the line. Forever in the game, never riding the pond. Drinking out the brown bag, counting money by the time. We on a hood tour with big stacks in our hands. Getting it from the Southland all the way to Japan. CANYMIA in the shot. Can't forget Detroit, NO. Nigga, right. We on a hood tour with big stacks in our hands. Getting it from the Southland all the way to Japan. Canada, Africa, UK, get alive. Mexico, Tokyo, get dough. Nigga, right.
Hello and welcome back to the EmissyK's Loose Slip Show. So I was trying to practice so I can look at you guys' comments, but it fell on me.
Yeah.
But welcome back to the EmissyK's Loose Slip Show. I wanted to let you guys know that I am watching you guys. I see your comments, and we appreciate everybody for your feedback. If you guys post something that we can respond to, then we'll respond back. But we're going to get into our interview with Kim Berry. Kim B on set. Haley B is out with, she got tonsillitis.
Oh, man.
We don't want none of that.
At all.
She sounds like horrible, like Kermit-ish. So we're going to let her stay home. And get better.
We miss you, Haley.
Yeah.
We do, baby.
So, Kim, how are you?
I'm good.
And welcome, and thank you for coming and hanging out with us. And, okay, so let me tell you. I love my hair. I love hair. So I want to talk to you about hair in general. Okay. And then I want to talk about Prince's hair because Prince's hair is
always on
fleek.
point.
Right.
Ever since I was a little girl and he was in the bathtub naked. It's always been just on point.
Yes.
And you have been a part of that historical on pointness.
Yes.
I'm loving it.
Okay. Somebody told me, they was like, do you know you a part of Black history? I was like,
no,
what?
No, seriously,
like,
you
oh,
are.
Yes. I was like, okay, I'll do that. I'll be that.
Exactly. Hair is so important. It is the first thing that people see. It's your representation, and you really represented him well. How long were you his stylist?
Roughly about 29 years. So
wow,
I saw that.
So it was an awesome experience. Fresh out of beauty school, was dating one of his bodyguards. Oh. And the bodyguard introduced me to the hairstylist, and the hairstylist was like, I'm going to quit. Oh. And I tell everybody it was like the holy hookup, literally.
Yes. Nice.
And I was like, you're not going to quit. She was like, I was like, you have the best job in the world. She's like, no, Kim, I'm going to quit. She said, I want to go home and tired of living out of a suitcase, and I want to get married. And, you know, your life is not your own when you work for a celebrity and you full-time.
Right. That's true.
Full-time means full-time, like 24 hours you own. And so I didn't realize till I walked a mile in her shoes, and I was like, oh, now I get it. But I wouldn't trade nothing for the world, because I remember my friends were like, I would call some days complaining, like, he said this to me, and he said, oh, girl, if I was you, I would just quit. I said, wait now, because you at home on your mama's couch, and I'm in Switzerland. So, won't be no quitting. Won't be no quitting. So I toughed that out. So, I called my mama a lot crying, and my mom like, let's just pray through it. Let's just pray through it. I thank God for a praying mother, because a whole lot of days I want to pack up and leave just like Tanya. But mama said winners don't quit and quitters don't win. So we got a girl, and I was able to tie a knot in that rope and hang on a little while longer. So it was a beautiful experience.
Wow. Yeah. Cool. And you gave him some good looks.
Yeah.
You gave him some good looks. I know I enjoyed it over the years. Yeah. Y'all enjoy y'all Prince hairstyles?
Yes.
Yeah. I enjoyed him with his cute self.
With his cute self.
Like a little baby doll.
I was like, what inspired the cut? Who wanted to do the cut? You want to go low, or did he want to go low?
Him most of the time, because his hair grew so fast. Yeah. So I remember after the 1999 show, and we had just finished the show, been up all night. I saw that. And he walked in the next morning. He said, I think I want to cut my hair. And I was like, no, because we had colored it and had his comb highlights and everything. And I was like, no, we got it just the way we want it. He was like, no. He said, it just looked good last night while I was, playing the guitar. I don't want it no more. And I was like, no, you cannot cut this hair. And he was like, Kim, cut it. I will cut it for you. And I was like, oh, Lord. And as I'm cutting with the scissors, that hair dropped to the floor. I'm like, oh, Look at it. Just, oh. But I mean, like I said, we cut it off, grow it back. Cut it off because his hair, no problem, grow.
Yeah.
He didn't have no problem. Beautiful, healthy hair. He had juices and berries. Don't fool yourself. Now, but definitely, he had a beautiful head of hair, strong. We color it, go light, go dark, highlight, blonde. He wasn't scared of nothing. He tried everything, ponytails, finger waves, pompadours, you name it. I mean, it was just, he wasn't scared.
I love the
He loved being ahead of the trend. Like, if they were long, he wanted to go short. If the culture was short, he wanted to go long. He never wanted whatever everybody else had.
That's right.
So he stayed in front of the trend. You know, we always would collaborate on hairstyles. Like, I remember one time he went outside and got a flower and came back in and said, "Can you make my hair this color?" And I'm like, "Yeah, boss, I got you. Sit down. I'm like, let's do it." I was like, "Okay." So yeah, it was just really fun, just hanging around him and just being able to create, you know what I'm saying? Like, while he was creating music and I'm up there creating hair. So, you know, I remember one time we did the Ebony, was it Ebony or Essence? I think it was Ebony. Ebony magazine photo shoot. And I said, let me do some waterfall curls in your hair. You know, in the hood, everybody knows the waterfall curls. So I'm getting ready to hit it. And I hit him with that oil, that hairspray, and went in to do that first curl. And he was like, "Hey!" I was like, "I got you, boss. I got you. Don't worry about nothing." And when we finished his hair, everybody in the room was like, "Whoa." Like, because you're not imagining Prince to come out with waterfall curls in his head. And it was just so dope. And he was like, "She made me do this. Everybody should know she made me do this." And I was like, "You know,
like, if it's ugly, she did it."
I was like, "You know you fly." Because everything he said, you know, people could wear other styles or other looks. And he was like, "But I make it look sexy." I said, "All right, you right." I was like, "You do it."
No, I find myself, when it comes to hair, I find myself with like Prince, I'm in front of the camera so much. I'm doing so many different things. I don't want to have the same look all the time.
Right.
You go through my pictures, I probably got like 100 different hairstyles for the year.
Exactly.
And so I think that's why I love him so much. I love his hair. Because it's like I get bored too, Prince.
Yes. Yes.
That's my relateness to Prince, other than his music, because I just love him. I think he's awesome.
His music is the bomb.
Yeah. I love
genius.
I love music that crosses what do they call it, generations and crosses genres and all that. Oh,
you play it in every house, in every household.
Literally, he was the soundtrack to everybody's lives.
It's like you said, 1999. Yes. Oh my goodness, I remember we were in Carson. We were in the whole family came over, and we had our New Year's Eve party in the den, and we were just partying like we were at the concert. I remember sweating and everything. We literally partied like it was 1999. Yes. It was fun.
Yeah, he didn't play. He was collecting gold
I was
bars
pregnant
and all
too.
kind of stuff, and he was like, "Well, if anything happens, you can come to my house. I got you. You can come stay with me." I was like, "So you want me to get across the highways and the byways and get to Minnesota? No, boss, that ain't gonna happen." I was like, "Well, thanks anyway, though. Unless you send the private jet, we ain't gonna make it."
No.
I was like, "No." I said, "But I'm cool though. Thank you. I appreciate you. Look out for you, girl." Yeah, he was funny, girl. He was a funny dude.
That's what's up. So, Kim, you wrote a book, Diamonds and Curls. Yes, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and talk about it. Okay. You're going to give us a little, of the juice that's in it? Yeah. You're not going to wait till we read?
Yeah, just a little.
We'll be right back after this break with Kim B.
Stressing cause them bills gon' come up in the morning way before the sun. Hustling, grinding, making moves for this paper. Feeling pressured for time so I can sleep later. Red in my eyes, Lord, I know I'm tired. Working 3 jobs but I've got more inside. Do you understand how hard that I try? Yeah, living that past life. Living that past life. Living that past life. Living that past life. I'm living that fast life, living that fast life. Oh, living that fast life, living that fast life, living that fast life, living that fast life, living that fast life. You know how hard it is waking up at 5 when you went to bed at 3. Then your phone rings. And now it's 6:30, but your bus left at 6:15. Oh, and don't the rain feel good at the bus stop? You're standing at the bus stop, but it don't stop. Then you start running and you don't slow down, 'cause you got big dreams and can't stop now. Living that fast life. You're living it. I'm living that fast life. Yeah. Oh, living that fast life. Can you feel me when I say it? Living that fast life. Oh yeah. Living that fast life. Oh, that fast life. Living that fast life. That fast life. Sing it one more time. Oh yeah. Living that fast life. Living that fast life. You're living, I'm living. Living that fast life. We're living, they're living that fast life. That fast life.
Welcome back to the EmissyK's Loose Lip Show. That was Sheldon Butler. Yes. Oh, speaking of Sheldon, we're doing the American Cancer Society again this year, June 22nd, Yvonne Burke Sports Complex.
Yes.
Woo! That's a mouthful. But Team EmissyK will be there again, and we have some artists that are going to be performing. I know that Too Sweet is confirmed. Hallie Johnson missed it last year because she was sick. She's confirmed. We're still working on that. We got B&B Entertainment. They're doing our sound. Of course, Lady DJ Jamar is coming back. So we have a lineup, and we're working on it. Zia's going to be with us this year because she said she's not letting us do like they did last year. She said, no, I'm Team EmissyK, and that's where I'm going to be.
That's going to be nice.
Cool.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. It's always
4 to 7 p.m.
Yeah, 4 to 7 is our time slot.
EmissyK's time.
Yes. I'm excited. Y'all know how we do. So, Kim, tell us about this book.
Okay, so this is Diamonds and Curls. It's painstakingly part of my life. Painstakingly because this was a grieving process for me. Mm-hmm. So when Prince died, the whole world was turned upside down. I mean, it literally turned purple. Every monument in the world turned purple. Yeah. So that just showed how awesome he was to the world. Yeah. And at large. But people are like, it took so long to write it because I was stuck for like a year. First of all, just in a daze trying to get myself together. But as I found myself writing the stories and sharing, I knew that as I talked to the fans, we went back a year later, I talked to the fans, and the fans were like, we just want closure, we want answers, we want this. And I was like, but are the answers really going to bring him back? Like, if we dig to the deepest of the depths, is it really going to bring him back? He's not going to sit in that chair tomorrow. He's not going to sing Purple Rain ever again. Right. So how about we just make peace with the situation? Yeah. So that's what I want to do is celebrate this man's life, bring people in on how funny he was, how much a philanthropist he was. We used to laugh and bag on each other's mamas, him and the band members, they would go in on each other. And then some days I catch him reading your mama joke books, and I'd be like, you cheating. I'd be like, you cheating. And so, we would be, we had Bible study together. Like, the man was just as seriously spiritual. And just on his own, studied on his own. Yeah. And he tried every religion. He studied every religion in the world, but all roads lead back to God. And he knew God for himself. He was, like I said, the biggest giver in the world. He moved in silence. He didn't tell, like, it would be days where we would be on a tour bus and he would see homeless people on the side of the road and he would say, pull the bus over and just hand me and the bodyguard stacks of hundreds, and we would just walk outside and be handing out, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the night. We passing out money in the middle of the night. That's and nice. It was, and he didn't want whatever he did for the coding kids, for performing arts schools, for I had a friend of mine that whose son passed away. I was like, look, we ain't got the money to pay for this funeral. I said, what can you help us with? He said, write down everything you need. He said he cut a check the next day.
Nice.
Like, that's the kind of stuff, this dude's heart was big as the world. And he would always ask us, what can we do to change the world? What can we do to change your community? What do you think that will make life different? He was so well-rounded and such a dope individual, and that's what I'm telling the world about. We ain't talking about concert sales, and people can quote back records to me, and I tell people all the time, I wasn't a Prince fan. I worked for this man. I served him with my life, and as if he was God himself. You understand what I'm saying?
The your stylist. That's that's the person that you talk to about everything. You're just venting. That's your venting time, your relaxing time. And he trusted you for 29 years. Right. You have to trust your stylist.
Absolutely. And it's like we share things that, you and a hairstylist, that's why I tell people we crossed over far over, way into our situation from hairstylist and client, and we literally turned family. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I was there for some of the darkest times of his life. And where most people would be like, you can go back to the hotel and chill. He would be like, come on, let's go, Kim. Yeah. Like literally, Kim, come on, let's go. Yeah. And so it was me and him and a bodyguard. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people don't know that. And like until he died, people didn't even know it was me. So when Channel 11 and 5 and 7 and CNN and everybody showed up on my front doorstep, and everybody was like, wait, it was you all these years? Like, yeah, it was me. Because, so people ask, well, do you think that he would respect it? I really do, because I believe that we brought a quality product to the marketplace. Absolutely. Because I'm actually, like I said, it was a grieving process for me. So as I shared the stories of my life with him, and my story, like I said, my mother would pray the house down. So every time I would call and be like, guess what's happening out here today? My mom be like, no, let's not talk about it. Let's just pray about it. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he used to clown all the time with me. He'd be like, you and your mama got the 911 hookup with God. Like, he'd be like, tell her don't pray for me today. Like, and I used to be like, no, she gonna pray for you every day. I used to be like, because sometimes I felt like I was watching a soap opera, but I was actually a character in the soap opera. Right. So I used to call my mother like, guess what he did today? Like, she'd be like, I don't want to hear about it. Let's just pray about it. So she kept us covered in the blood, and I bless God for a praying mother. I really do. Because that industry is a hard thing to deal with. Yeah. And the higher you go up, the bigger devils you're gonna meet. Oh yeah. And it was a sticky situation and crazy, but he did his best to protect us all. He took care of everybody in his camp, to the best of his ability. That man, when people want to talk about how he died and what happened to him, and I'm like, out of everything that he gave the industry, that's what you want to talk about. I'm like, out of everything that
I just want to talk about his hair,
film, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
well, of course you're gonna do that.
Yeah,
yes, I don't want to know the end, because he's gone.
He's gone.
You can't bring him back. All we can do is protect our memories, right. And move on. How has the community received your book?
Kind of 50-50. Now more so that the book is out, more people are enjoying it. And more people now they get my point of view. Right. A lot of people, before they read it, were like, you don't have no business here. And now they like, oh, Kim, okay, we sorry. And I was like, okay, I tried to tell y'all, I'm like, I ain't gonna do the man dirty. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I loved him just like y'all loved him. Right. And even more so, you know what I'm saying? Like some people say, like, he was actually 10 years older than me, but they was like, that's really your son, right? You take care of him like that's your son. I was like, I'm laying his socks out and making sure his rings are straight, and I color coordinate his clothes every night. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So like I said, I served him with my life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And any artist that I've ever worked with will tell you the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And because you're more to them than just a hairstylist. Absolutely. Because at some point they need somebody to have their back, and they need somebody to be able to be genuine and rely on. So it was an awesome experience.
Okay. Definitely. So you said you put some hair tips in this book too?
Yes.
we get to learn about Prince, and we get to learn about our own hair.
I said this is our infamous page with the I call them the buckwheat braids. So if y'all can see the buckwheat braids. So we were walking down the hallway one day in Paisley Park, And he was just like, he had just got his hair feathered. He was fly. And he was like, I think I want to do a photo shoot. So he went and we grabbed the photographer. We walked down the hall. I want some braids. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, some braids. You know, my cousin used to wear these braids, and I want the same braids. And I was like, okay, so you're gonna let me part it off and make it neat? And he's like, no, he was tender-headed. So he didn't want you to just mess with his scalp. So he like, just pick it up and braid it. And I was like, oh, just pick it up and braid it? Like, okay, so I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah. And so I literally picked it up and braided it, and I was like, well, all you need now is some barrettes. And he was like, he said, you know what? He said, go give me some ribbons. And I was like, oh, man, me and my big mouth. So these ribbons wind up in the end. This brother named Gary drew all the cartoons in this book with Prince, and it's going all through all my hair phases with Prince, and he really hooked it up. But went upstairs to the wardrobe room, got the ribbons. I busted in wardrobe. I'm like, I need ribbons. They were like, what are you talking about? He said he won't, for every outfit he wear from now on, he want ribbons to match his outfit. They were like, quit playing. I was like, the man is downstairs. Look over the balcony. And they looked over, and he was sitting there with these big plaits in his head, girl. And they were like, okay. Like, because it was never a dull moment at Paisley Park, because they called it the creative battleship. Yeah. So he had everything he needed inside there, where he would never have to leave wardrobe, hair, makeup, kitchen, chefs. Everything was right there. So whatever he needed, he could command it. So we got the ribbons. I braided that colored ribbon into his hair. And it's funny, because not too long ago, Kendrick Lamar did an ode to Prince, and he did the leather strap ribbons in his braids. And I said, that's right. I said, imitation is the best form of flattery. I put him and Prince right next to each other. But yeah, inside
should have called me to do them.
Right, I would have hooked you up. That. Yeah. So that was dope. But on each page, it's called the Endorphin Machine, and on each of these pages are some of the Prince tips, some of the products that I used in his hair. Moisture is a must. I'm talking about, to get that mirror-like shine. Hair must be as popping as your highlights. You know what I'm saying? Argan oil treatment, the coconut oil mixed with your favorite moisturizing conditioner. Motions was a product that we used on his hair quite often. Ultimate Triple Silk Conditioner. So I go through a Nexus Humectress conditioner. So everybody asks, what you put in his hair? How's his hair so soft? And it was just moisture was a main thing to keep them locks beautiful and shiny. And his hair was always just luscious. But that's because I lived in that moisture section. I didn't play.
Right.
So you're doing your book tour, because we run out of time. So you're doing your book tour. You have a date coming up. What's that? The 23rd?
23rd of May. We will be here in Los Angeles, and we are going to party at the Game Sports Bar and Grill. It's going to the event will start at 8 p.m. We're going to have live entertainment as well as the book signing. I got a couple extra surprises for you. We got some special guests that's going to pop through, and it's going to be off the chain, unlike any book signing you have ever been to. Like me and my boy LaLa say, we don't do regular hashtag. We don't do regular, so we going to we're going to turn up. So everybody in LA, make sure you show up and come on out and grab a book. If you don't already have your copy, grab your book and let's party like it's 1999.
That's what's up. We're going to be there. The ladies of Loose Lips. We'll be in the house. Haley gonna try to get a fake ID from somewhere.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes,
I'm sorry. Because I talk to you a lot.
Go ahead.
Yes.
A lot about everything that goes on with you. And you've been in the hospital a lot of different times and having to deal with your mom and your daughter is in college and everything was going on. I just want to say congratulations.
Oh,
because people think that it is easy. It is not, and you've been through a lot. So again, my love, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of you.
It's so awesome. People already asking, when's the next book coming out? I said, can you let me enjoy this one?
Yes.
I'm like,
we got
3 volumes. Look for it. It's gonna be awesome.
www.diamondsandcurls with a Z.
With a Z.
.com.
Yes.
That's right. So we want to thank you for coming on to the show. Tell us where to find you on all your social media contacts.
On Instagram, it is Kim, KIMB. ONSET, Kim B on set, the number 2. So you can find me on Instagram as well as Twitter, and on Facebook. I am under Diamonds and Curls, the book. You can find it there as well as Kim Berry, and I also have a Kim B on set page on Facebook. So you guys, you can find me all the way across the board. So I'm excited.
All right, thank you, Kim. Thank you, Lady D's, LaLa Young. That's our show. Follow us everywhere. EmissyK. We out of here. 2 figures in the biscuit.
Bye.
EmissyK Show. EmissyK. gossip, current news, movie, TV, radio. Here we go. Hey, hey, it's EmissyK. Hey, hey, it's EmissyK. Her beauty and passion, talk music, fashion, loose lips, red cup, love Jones. She's always on Facebook, Instagram, taking calls on the telephone. Sexy if you say so. It's the EmissyK show.